Okay, let's get right into it. If you're a financial leader, you know the go-to-market budget can feel like the wild west of the P&L. A lot of money goes out, but what comes back? Well, what if we could apply some real engineering discipline to it? Today, we're going to break down a massive shift in how modern revenue engines get built, moving from all that manual guesswork to a system that's automated, that's accountable, and that is absolutely ready for AI. So here's our game plan. First, we'll crack open what I call the revenue black box. You know, that unpredictability that drives finance teams crazy. Then we'll talk about why the old model, ClickOps, has become a huge liability. From there, we'll dive into the solution, go to market as code. We'll see how that builds an AI-native revenue engine, and finally, how all of this can turn that historically tense relationship between the CFO and the CMO into a real strategic alliance. For way too long, the go-to-market budget has just been a black hole on the P&L. If you're in finance, you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's the definition of a cost center, with results that are, well, hard to account for. We sign the checks, the money goes out, and something happens. But trying to trace that spend to a predictable, repeatable ROI, that's where the frustration really starts. So let me ask you straight up, when you look at your GTM spend, does it feel like a black box? Can you, with total certainty, model out the return on your next marketing dollar? Or does it feel more like you're just funding a bunch of different experiments and kind of hoping for the best? This is the core financial uncertainty that we absolutely have to eliminate. And the symptoms of this black box are probably all too familiar. You've got complex sales incentive plans managed in spreadsheets, which always leads to payout disputes, right? Then over in marketing, you have these slow, fragmented processes. The common thread here isn't just that it's inefficient, it's that it's risky. Every one of those manual spreadsheets is a potential costly error waiting to happen. And every one of those fragmented processes is hiding the very data that could make or break your quarterly forecast. It's just a constant, high-stakes fire drill. And this is where the problem gets a lot bigger. It goes from being a simple inefficiency to a genuine strategic liability. See, the old model of managing everything by manually clicking through dozens of different software interfaces, we call it ClickOps, isn't just slow anymore. In the age of AI, it's a massive competitive disadvantage. And here is the absolute crux of the issue. Modern AI agents, the very tools that are promising to revolutionize productivity, are completely blind to these old systems. You can't just tell an AI, hey, log into our marketing platform, click on campaigns, find the one from last Tuesday, and then tweak the budget. It just can't do it. The whole ClickOps way of working, all that human knowledge of where to click and in what order, is totally invisible to automation and AI. I mean, the contrast here is just night and day. On the left, ClickOps is basically like performing surgery directly on a live patient. There's no safety net, no easy way to undo a mistake, and no real audit trail. But on the right, with go-to-market as code, you're introducing proper financial controls. Every single change is defined in a simple text file, it's tested before it goes live, and it's all tracked in a system like Git, giving you a perfect, unchangeable history of every single decision. And the most important part, you're finally building a system that an AI can actually understand and manage. So this brings us to the new paradigm, go-to-market as code. It's really about taking the same principles of rigor, testing, and automation that have made software development so powerful for decades and applying them directly to your revenue operations. So let's get really clear on what this means. Marketing as code is that shift away from all those manual, error-prone clicks in a user interface to machine-readable configurations. Your marketing and sales logic is treated exactly like software code. Think about it this way. Your company's core financial software isn't changed by someone just randomly clicking buttons in a live environment, right? Of course not. It's rigorously tested and deployed. We're just deploying that same discipline to the revenue engine. Now, the source of truth is no longer hidden in the muscle memory of your marketing ops person. Instead, it's all laid out in simple, human-readable text files. They're often called YAML files. This means your entire GTM strategy stops being a mystery. It becomes a transparent, auditable asset that anyone on the finance team, the marketing team, or even an AI can actually understand. And hey, don't let the word code intimidate you. We're not talking about complex programming here. It's just about defining your business logic in a simple, structured way. What you're looking at is just that logic written down. We're defining what a high-value customer is based on a clear rule. Behind the scenes, this is a simple, explicit definition that an AI can easily read, modify, or even create all on its own to go and optimize your campaigns. And this idea doesn't just stop at settings and segments. It applies to your content too. A content CI/CD pipeline takes those same principles from the software world and applies them to blog posts, articles, and landing pages. What you get is a high-velocity automated content supply chain. So instead of a writer manually copying and pasting from a document into some clunky system, their work is just saved to a central place. And from there, automated systems take over completely. They run SEO checks, they build the web page, they test for errors, and then they deploy it live. This gets rid of the manual bottlenecks and human error, and it makes your whole content operation faster, safer, and way more scalable. Okay, so this brings us to the ultimate payoff. When you adopt this as-code methodology, you're doing so much more than just making things a little more efficient. You are fundamentally re-architecting your entire revenue engine to be AI native, a system that is designed from the ground up for intelligent automation. This opens the door to completely new strategies, like generative engine optimization, or GEO. Think of it as the next evolution of SEO. It's not just about ranking in search results anymore. It's about positioning your company's content to be the foundational, authoritative source that the big AI models use and cite when they generate answers for users. You literally become the source of truth. And this really gets to the heart of being AI ready. You can give an AI agent a business command like reallocate 10% of the budget from our underperforming campaigns to the ones targeting high-value customers. The AI can then literally write the new configuration, test the financial model, and deploy that change safely, all without a human ever having to touch a fragile UI. What's so powerful here is that this approach applies everywhere. Your email campaigns, your digital ads, your landing pages, even your complex sales incentive and commission logic can all be defined as code. You're unifying your entire revenue engine on a single, powerful, AI-ready foundation. So, let's bring this all back home to the bottom line. From a CFO's perspective, what is the ultimate strategic value of all this engineering discipline? It's about transforming the entire go-to-market function from a source of financial uncertainty into a predictable, measurable growth engine. I absolutely love this quote. The goal here really is to get marketing and finance to become BFFs. It's about moving marketing away from being that unaccountable cost center we talked about at the beginning and turning it into a strategic, transparent, and completely accountable partner to the finance organization. And the payoff isn't some fuzzy concept. It's concrete, and it's measurable. Your operational efficiency goes through the roof as manual errors just disappear. The administrative burden on your teams plummets. Your forecasting actually becomes reliable because it's built on clean, structured data. And you finally get the holy grail for any CFO, traceable ROI, where every single dollar of spend is codified and its performance can be directly measured. On top of all that, you de-risk the entire operation with production safety, preventing those costly mistakes before they ever happen. Ultimately, the old way of operating isn't just outdated, it's completely incompatible with an autonomous, AI-driven future. This isn't just some technical upgrade, this is a strategic choice about how you're going to compete. So the final question I'll leave you with is this: is your revenue engine built for the past, or is it truly engineered for the future?